Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. Bringing it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
He's got an open man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Got the quick pass. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for space. It's Dawson. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He'll start this drive firing. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, man, look out! Stumbled to the ground. just this side of midfield. The defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll pitch it. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got a man, it's Morris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Trying play action. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He'll take it himself. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They want to run this quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Got stuffed on 1st down, it's 2nd and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Stopped in the backfield, he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Right on the money.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him. Turning it on! Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Oakley. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Unleashes one. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes. And
the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds his man, it's Richardson.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Morris. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. So now it's 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the catch. It's Dawson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now looking to throw back to the middle. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he takes this from inside and the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He splits the uprights, and that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Spins away from the defense. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open space. Touchdown, Kansas State. Great job by the back on the option. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They'll try the right side. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. Snowed under by the defense.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Morris. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught in the backfield. It's Richardson. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last.
He's running free down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Punch it out of the air. Made a defender miss. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a third down play. Here we go. Now on the move. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. 22 water. On the snap, it's Dawson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Going to the ground. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Wildcats are marching down the field. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play-action fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Fires to the right. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Here we go.
Direct snap. It's Dawson. Got the 1st down and more. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Dawson. Still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Let's go.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout by the offense.
Ready up.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David